Hey guys, it's Bink again with Bink's Corvair Addiction. Well, on this little video, well, you never know how long it's going to be if I have problems. I am going to be putting the fuel tank in. I got this a while back. I don't know if this is the one I got 3 years ago or I bought, I don't know, 3 months ago. But it seems like it has some sort of coating on it. I did give it a scratch in one spot, and it seems like it's been painted, so I don't know. But Gary did say go ahead and paint this valley area in here with like an undercoating or something, because water could tend to sit in there and rust it. So I did spray it. I sprayed it real nice. I kind of wish I would have just painted the whole thing with that stuff, because it turned out real sweet, that Rust-Oleum undercoating I've been using under this thing here and there. Let's see. I went ahead and I had painted the area up here because whoever did the crappy restoration, they never pulled this out and they left the white paint under there. And actually it wasn't even taped funky around it. It was missed spots. So I had pulled that out and I had went ahead and, you know, I just touched up because there was no paint here. It was gray primer. I had a little bit of stuff there I had to touch up from myself and over here. So I kind of just touched it up a little bit, made it look okay. Truck's nothing special. This one I got from Clark's. They were out, or I don't know if it's discontinued or they just don't have them anymore, of the originals, and these ones are the ones that they sell. So that'll go in there. I already had probably done a video on this mounting bolt here that was broken off. That's all been fixed. It was snapped off from the previous owner. Had the tank dropped and boiled, and the crappy workmanship they did down there is they snapped it off and they had just put a plastic zip tie on it. So that's been fixed. I had since I did even a video, I think, on this, the filler tube. I painted all this, and it turned out real nice. This is my rattle can of paint I had made. I do have some chrome ones, keyed caps I got from California Corvairs. So this is all ready to go, nice and painted. I do believe this is my strap, my rubber stuff that goes over top of the tank, I believe, to protect it. I don't know if it's supposed to go under the straps or wherever it goes. I'll have to ask Gary maybe about that. I don't know how much is in here. So I do have that. Yeah, because I think the old tank just had a couple little spots on it. But anyways, dang, I was just at Industrial Metal Supply and they had rubber, but I was going to buy a sheet of it. It's so expensive for 1/4 inch nice rubbery rubber. That would have been great for strips. Anyways, I got the new straps that came with it, because when I ordered the gas tank, if you go in Clark's catalog, I think towards the beginning, I think in the blue section, they have like, I don't know if it's the kits or better stuff that all includes. Well, anyways, up there they had the gas tank that came with the sending unit and everything you need, the pieces of rubber hose, which I gotta go get out. I have them. Gave you everything, I do believe, but, well, it didn't give you the grommets, and it didn't give you, this was extra too, you know. So I guess they'll give you everything, but give you kind of what you need. So I am going to put this in and go ahead from there. I did get a heavy duty rubber hose. Gary said get the heavy duty rubber hose for this, because you get the standard stuff, you might end up fixing it down the road. And they had like super high pressure hose for diesel. It was like 7 something a foot or something. I didn't get that. I got the heavy duty hose, and I did get the better clamps for it. Let's see, what else? Oh, there's Gary says, do I have the little clips for where the hose goes down from here? Goes down your gutter on the other side. Do you have the clips? And I was like, there are no clips. I've looked under a couple of them and I haven't seen no clips, but I did find one somewhere and Gary found me another one. So I do believe I have the clips. Or put a little picture of it. I could not find them on my Clarks. I had actually asked Cricket, I think her name was, when I was doing an order, and very nice, and they kind of looked around and couldn't find them neither. Didn't ring a bell. So maybe they're hard to get. Maybe, I don't know. You can make them. I can make them. But anyways, I have 2 of them, and I do believe they're the right thing. So anyways, let's get working on this and figure this out. Well, if these are supposed to be those clips, I can get them on here. I can't get them on over there. This is thicker. And if I had to put that hose in there, it's gonna squish. It's gonna squish it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. Doesn't really. I don't know if this is correct or not. It ain't gonna hang on there on nothing. So I guess it's gonna just go just like that. Better stay and glue it in there. All right, guys, this is where I am with my tank now. I got her in here. What I did was I put my cross piece in here, my jack lifting point, and I used a jack stand. I wrapped a rag on there a bunch of times and tie wrapped it so I wouldn't scratch it up. One of my concerns is this here is a Clark's one. It's awfully close. I would have preferred it to be bent out a little bit. It should be fine, but it's awfully close. That's the Clark's one. So anyways, let's go down around to the other side. All right, I got my holes stuck through here. This one's gonna get cut somewhere here. I might make a bracket right here from this bolt to this bolt because I have enough bolt space there to make a bracket to hang my electric fuel pump right here real nice. I got my wire here. Instead of using their nuts that came with it, I put some ones with the grippy on the end of it. And this rubber is what I ordered from them. Could have been longer in my mind, but what I did was I glued it. I put glue, well, on the rubber and got her on there. So there is a rubber strip there underneath. And I did got a few little points of rubber on the top I stuck on her just because the old one had it. Now, I don't know if it needs it or not. So that's just what I did. So I'm going to take this one off, down, glue this in there, and get it up. And maybe I can snug it up. Hopefully this end goes up. This side here is down farther. I can't get it to seem to want to go up. I'm gonna have to go in a wheel well and take a look. It's kind of hard doing it with one person, I'll tell you that. If you had a second person, it would be a lot easier. Also, this is my wire. It comes out of my harness. I put it up over top of the tank. And my other one is right here, which could have been a little longer. You can't even see it. I'm gonna splice that onto there and heat it. I should have probably extended that a little longer, but it'll reach. And you gotta make sure you got your ground wire out. There's a ground wire right there for the tank. I got that going through there. It's nice and loose. And there is a bolt right there. So I'll make sure I clean that so it's got a good ground. Also, the end of these, they go up over this part here. They come down, you gotta kind of hammer it in there to get them to slide down in there. Make sure you get them in there. And there's one on each side. All right, I did put some tape over the 2 holes. And you can see right there on top, that's the rubber stuff I stuck on there. I stuck 3 pieces there and 3 down on the bottom across. So that'll help keep anything from rubbing. All right, I got some black weather strip adhesive is what I'm using. I don't know if it's the right stuff to use, but that's what I have. So that's what I'm using. I'm gonna slide her up in there. We can, because she's sticking already. Come on, get up in there. Sheesh. Like I said, 2 people, 2-person job for sure would be a helper. Would be great. Come on, I just stuck it on her and it's really starting to stick with me. Oh, maybe that's the problem. Is this is. Come on, get up in there. There we go. Maybe. Come on, man. Oh, there it is. I got her up here now. Okay, I gotta bring her up another couple inches. Yeah, about there. I can pull her back down maybe if I had to. I think about there, pull her down. I'm just putting that sticky on there so hopefully it keeps it from shifting around maybe, you know, a little bit falling out. And that one's moved a little bit, pretty good though. I kind of want to get her, make sure I got the, you know, I don't know, I like stuff being perfect. So I'll work that and get it straight and before she tacks up too much. Well guys, I don't know how tight to tighten these. I got them pretty tight, but you seem like you can keep tightening forever. They seem nice. I tried to keep the rubber in the center as much as I could. This thing kind of kept wanting to shift close to this side. I tried to keep it away from touching. So I think it's in. We'll see what Gary says tomorrow. Yeah, it's probably 1/2 inch away from touching that line up here. I got my wires here. We should be good. I would have tweaked that out a little bit, but then again, that's a metal line that probably would kink, and it's not really in the way. So I think we're good. I hope we're good. Anyways, I'm gonna go now and put the tubes in. Try to. Those were hard to get off, but maybe a little easier to get on because they're soft. I don't know. And then this will have to get cut here, and I'll figure out where I'm gonna mount my electric fuel pump right here. All right, I'm gonna try to stick this in there. I think she goes like that. Painted this morning. It's nothing special, but it's better than it was white ring around here. And then you can see their tape marks in there too. So it'll be better. I think it'll be a little better. As long as this fits in there. Let's see. Put a little grease on there or something. Oh, it's very thick on the backside. Anyways, I'll work that in there and see if I can get it in there. All right, I'm just getting that hose clamp on there. The piece sticks out about 1.25 inches or so out of the tank, so I'm just leaving it off, I don't know, 1/4 inch or so away from the tank. And then I gotta get that return one there on there. All right, I got my 2 clamps on there, up in there real nice. I got my other 2 on, not tight, they're just loosened enough to get over the piece when I stick it through there. So that's where I'm right now. It's getting late, tired, but I'm gonna try to get this. I don't know, that hole seems awfully small. We'll see. Right, this is the funniest crap. I've been working for 1/2 an hour to get this pipe through here. I put plastic over so I won't get stuff in there. I mean, I did spray undercoating in here a bit, and I filed it off a little bit, and I'm getting a workout trying to get that dang thing off. That's in there. That's crazy. All right, I'm wearing I had this painted beautiful. Look, I got it all scratched to crap. My plastic's tearing, so I can't get it through there. I can't believe this. I just can't believe what the heck's up with that. Wrecking my nice paint job. All right, well, that's where I got her now. And it's like I gotta turn it to get it through. Turn it and get it up in there, but I don't know. It's like, I guess I'm gonna have to maybe pull this rubber seal I worked on to get in there out. And it's all scratched up, my nice paint job. I worked so hard at making that look so beautiful and nice, and I had taped it and it just rips the tape off, and I had to file any of the undercoating off. I don't remember coming out that hard, but man, oh man. I don't know what the trick is. If you had it up to here, and swing. It can't, I don't think. Oh man, if I gotta pull that back out to put it up to there, could be. I have no idea. Anyways, I'm calling it a night. It's been 16 hours and I still gotta clean up and come back out here in the morning. I'm going to get Gary tomorrow, a little later in the morning, and he'll laugh. I don't know. I'll be out here in the morning working on this before I go get Gary. But anyways, I'm burnt. I'm tired. I wanted to have some more stuff done before Gary got here, but that's not happening. So anyways, I'll throw this on the charger and all right, see you in the morning. All right, guys. So I couldn't get that tube in. I gave up on it last night. Came out here, it was a long day yesterday. Came out here this morning, thought about it, looked at it, and I thought, well, you know what? I probably have to take these tubes off to get it out. I had installed these in there already. So I took them off. I got this off. Look at it's all scratched up. I don't know, some of that'll stick through, but at this point, I just want it done. So I think now I put some new plastic on it. I think I can actually get that in there, maybe through this way here, but I still think I'm gonna have to pull that rubber out because it's so small. I don't know if I'll be able to push that. I don't know if I'll be able to get that through there. It's so tiny now, this one here. But I'll put some, I don't know, put some lube or something on there, a little grease. So I think I can get that through there. Let's give her a try. All right, so what I did is I got it in there through that way because I removed those hoses, and it did go in straight through. That's the trick. Too bad I scratched up all my paint because I'm not gonna repaint it now again and let it dry. So I had to pull, I tried pushing it through with the rubber in there and I can't. So I put this through and I put the rubber on. I'm gonna try to get that rubber in there that way. All right, so I had it on the outside. I had this on there. I had it in there. I could only get it about a third of the way in through with the filler neck sticking through. I made a piece of brass. I ground it so it wouldn't be sharp. And I took a big old sledgehammer here and I was pounding on here. And I thought I had it going and then pooh, it just fell out. It's just, forget it. It's like, this is a piece of crap, man. I tell you this. So now I'm back in the inside. I put it in here and I went and I put grease on here and I'm pushing with all my might and there's just no way anything's giving. So I am going to take this first piece of rubber in here and cut a little bit of that off all the way around, grease it and see if I can get it through, because there's no way this is ever gonna have enough room to get that pipe through. So that's what I did. I just cut this a little bit out of the inside part here, a little bit real nice. And if I can't get it, I can cut another little ring of it out of there. That's just what I'm gonna do. Gotta get her in there. I don't know. Sometimes that's ridiculous working on stuff like this, especially when they don't have an original part. So they give you something that's like, it'll work, but I guess it'll work but man, I'm telling you, I don't know. I trimmed it just a little bit. I can see it ain't even look like it's even gonna fit ever. I'm like winded. I pulled it apart. I trimmed a little bit more, another little ring of rubber around just the first one. And I got her through. This baby is so tight. All right. Got my grease on there. What I can do is I can touch up paint that, I guess. I can clean it and spray it. I'll probably push it out as far as I could, spray it, and slide it back in. I have to go pick up Gary now. I'm ready for a nap. That was a bunch of crap, but it's in. So I'm gonna say if anybody has to put one of these in and you can't get it in the first time try or two, go on that one, this one here, and just, it's made different than this. There's always there's 3 ribs in here. Take and cut like that first one halfway down. That's what I did the first time. And then I had to go and cut it. Take like a third off the first time. Second time, I took a third off. There's about about a third left on that ring on there. It's in, bloody knuckles. I'm gonna go get Gary now. All right, so I got back. I went and got Gary. He got his McDonald's over there eating it. He came took a look. He said this here grommet is for a car. Well, he was over there eating his breakfast, and Jackson was watching me this breakfast. I was over here, I got it all together. This filler neck tube needs to go in about another inch and a half, but I'm gonna leave it out for it now because I'm going to take the cap off and clean this and just respray it and let it dry. And then I'll go ahead and push it in and tighten up the hoses. The trick to this, to get the hoses on, is this big one, is you have to actually kink the hose, squeeze it together in the center and bend it, and then you can get it on this tube, because I didn't think I was going to get it on that tube. The return one, that one's easy. So that's it, other than I got to put my ground on under there and the sending unit wire, the power wire, and that's it, it's done. So this will be behind us. So hopefully this video will help you. Would have helped me a little bit, knowing that don't put these 2 lines in there when you're trying to get this in there. I had those in there and I was trying to get it from down here, so that made it harder. Plus it was late last night and I wasn't thinking. That's why I came out here this morning and kind of reassessed it and figured out, take these off, then can get it in there. And then I had to fight with that. So hopefully this helps you. Let me know what you think, how I did. Little hints, easier ways to do it, let me know. Send me a little message below. Please subscribe to our channel, that'd be cool. And yeah, send me pictures of your rides, Corvairs, and I'll get them here and there in some of the videos. Viewers' rides. So, well, I guess that's about it for the fuel tank. She's in. Hope it helped you. It would have helped me watch a video. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Corvair Addiction.